Okay, welcome to Arm Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and today I'm going to be showing you how to wrap a French door refrigerator using a custom printed vinyl wrap that we provide on the armwraps.com website. So as time purposes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this and remove this, and we'll remove this and this guy right here. And I'm not going to be showing this on the video. What I'm going to be showing you is on just a plain white vinyl, but with little dots that indicate the corners of the doors. But other than that, let's kind of get started. Okay, so what I've done, I cleaned it, everything. I definitely clean around the edges right about here and around here on the back side of here. And what we're going to do is on every order, if you go to the armwraps.com website, you can see a lot of designs there. You can do solid colors, you can do unique designs or anything like that. The purpose of wrapping, like the prime example is right here all the time, the stainless steel. It gets dirty, you see fingerprints all the time, and I'm tired of it. And so I want to change the look of it, but also you can always have fun with it. You can have different colors and designs and everything. So let's kind of get started. Okay, with every order you get with Arm Wraps, you get a squeegee and a knife and a little tester out vinyl you can play around with before you install anything. And also, now this again, this is white just to show you. You get little dots indicate the corners of the door. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys to install. And for the French doors, we always pre-cut the backing for you. It's called tacking on strip. It's a 1-inch strip, left or right hand side. And so when you're doing the measurements of this, make sure you get the corners here and here. So like the 17 3/4 right here, I believe, and 2 inches here, or 2.5 inches here, and then 4 inches right here. So make sure you get the inside of it here too. So, and also the bottom, I think is 36 inches and by 2.5 inches on each side. So what we do is we always add an inch bleed going basically right about to here on that side there. So let's kind of just get started. So what we're going to do is I'm going to basically call dry installing it. So we kind of feel out where it has to be right here. So I can kind of feel here and here. That's where the corners are at. And also make sure you have like an inch or two bleed down here, an inch bleed up here. Make sure it's wrapped around this side, and make sure it's wrapped all the way around this side. So on this one, oops, what I did was, the reason why we double check everything is you grab the dots here, that goes sides right here, and that goes perfect. So we're gonna hit this door first. So what we need to do, I'm going to actually put my, I got a head camera right here. I'm going to show you what I see on my side right here is I'm going to do it the way I see it and everything. So let's kind of get started on that one. Okay, we're going to hit the left door first, and that's where the vinyl's right there. And again, you're going to see, you're going to see almost the exact same thing, but with the graphics on it. But also, the dots will be a lot smaller. Again, you're going to see the squeegees, and then what we're going to do now, I overextended these little dots just to show you in camera, but you're going to usually put a little marker, like tape markers right there so you can remove it once you get done. So right now, I'm just going to dry install it, so the vinyl's not off or anything. And hopefully I'm going to get this right on the camera. So I got an inch bleed on this side and about an inch bleed on this side. Okay, so what I like to do, I remove the strip right here. Okay, I'm going to feel the corners right about there. I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to hold this guy in place. Okay, let's grab one hand. And basically, oops, let me get that right there. Basically, tack it on just like that. So now it is not going anywhere. It's tacked on. So right now I'm just double checking everything. The measurements here, making sure it goes way over there. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, go about that far. I feel comfortable with that one. And I'm just going to walk it into the side I just like using my hand. And again, you get these little air bubbles right there. You can just get your thumb right there, or your fingers, or whatever. And you could take a squeegee too. And just go like that. Now, this part you might fight a little bit, so every fridge is a little different. So there's like a little lip right there. You can do it this way. You get it right on there. And when you get around these corners, just make sure all the air bubbles out. See all that air bubble right there? You can push it out this way, or, and I just barely put it on there. Now, what I like to do, I'm just babying it like this. Just babying it. Get around the edges. And you can do your thumb. Now, what I'm going to do, so you see the arrows? You kind of follow these arrows down. So you can go down or up, either way. So follow the arrows down. Take your time. And see, so it's kind of starting to crease. So now I'm pulling my right arm this way, and I'm doing at an angle. It's not much of an angle, but I'm doing it that way. Okay? I know it makes it look easy. It is fairly easy. Now, you see these little air bubbles right there? You could try to get these out right here, or you can pull it off a little bit, start over, and take your time. And I'm pushing hard enough just to get the vinyl on. I'm not pushing really hard. And once you get a little further away, I usually use my hands. I can kind of feel if there's any air bubbles in there. Again, take your time. If you get an air bubble, actually I can see a little. You can't see it, but I can feel it. Can you hear it? Okay, I got little air bubbles, little baby air bubbles on there. Okay. Now, I pulled it all the way off, almost all the way off. And I'm just kind of holding it taut right this way. And now I'm just going to keep on going. Take your time. If you start getting air bubble creases, stop, pull it up, and then put it right back down. Okay. Hopefully my camera's in view. Okay. Now when I get around these corners, I'm just going to open these doors up. Release a little bit of that. Okay. That's one thing that you can do, is you can start releasing the side so you can open it up. The reason why I'm opening it up is because I don't want to get trapped in the... So now I am using my thumb. Got my little... Oh, I can show a video on that too. Cut around that guy right there. Okay, so we got like a little nugget right here. I'm going to do is, there's a couple of ways I could do this. I can cut the vinyl right here. That's probably what we'll do. Or you can, sometimes what I can do is I can take the seal off, as you can see right here, lift it up, and then shove it right back down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to cut just a little bit in. I don't know if you can see that. Now the proper way is removing the seal, or just lift it up. And I'll do that on that side over there next. I just want to show you the purposes. So you can kind of see the little sliver right there. That's kind of one of the reasons why I want to show you. It's best to remove the sill if you can, or lift it up. That's the proper way. Okay, right here, I would cut this way. Now I'm going to cut this way. Get that out of the way. On this guy right here, you can kind of see it. There it is. Okay, same thing down here. Now, for these guys right here, it's lifting up a little bit. What I'm going to do is going to use a little bit of heat pretty soon. Okay. Now, you can use a heat gun, or and this is actually a professional heat gun, or a hot blow dryer. But I want to show you the vinyl, how it kind of relaxes a little bit and it sinks in. And you don't have to do this, it just tightens it up a little bit. Okay, so what I'm doing right here, the vinyl is still soft. I'm using my fingernail, or you can use a squeegee, and I'm shoving it in to that little groove right there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do, actually you're going to use a heat gun again. I'm going to try to get that. See, that's how it's melting and everything. Or not melting, but softening up. Got a little finger right there. There we go. You just need to get it warm enough just for the vinyl to sink in a little bit. That's all. Once it's cool, then you can cut it. Well, I'm going to work myself around this part right here. Some fridges have it, some don't. These little plastic little guys. And I'm taking my little thumbnail, getting in there. Also getting up here. You see how it's kind of dancing a little bit? You can see the air bubbles popping up a little bit. There we go. And I'm just kind of stretching it over. And that's why it's important to actually clean these little crevices right there, because the vinyl sticks much better if it's nice and clean. Okay. Lost my knife. No. Okay, take your time up here. Get that cut off. Make sure that goes all the way around. Let's do that. Let's go straight out that way. There we go. And same thing down here. Go straight out. And note, this is actually a textured refrigerator, so you can actually put the vinyl on top of the refrigerator. I'll show it to you after I get done with this part. Use your fingernail, get in there. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get in that groove area. Take your time. And we give you knives too, but it's actually, and they're okay. It's actually good to have a certain, a good knife like this. You can get it like on Amazon, or actually, believe it or not, you go to Home Depot. I think Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, and they actually go to the paint area and go to and get one of those $11 knives. And those are actually really good knives. You can actually use it in the future too. And get one of those puppies, and those last a long time. Okay, these guys right here, you cut them out. Be careful, don't do like I do. But most of that's going to be covered anyways from the right there. That's going to be covered by the unit anyways. Just be careful, take your time. I'm trying to hurry a little bit so you can actually see everything without losing, without leaving the video. Okay, so that's that, and I just kind of put these guys back into place, and for time purposes I'm actually going to do that later. Okay, now for this one, top. And I like to use a little bit of heat. See, so it's lifting up a little bit. If you use a little bit of the heat, it'll sink it right back down. There we go. Okay, now this last one, what I like to do is open this guy up all the way and do it that way, and just kind of, now, actually, you know what I can do is like a prime example. I can show you lifting this guy up. There we go. This is the proper way to do it. Then you take your knife, and you're not in a chance of cutting the seal and everything. And then actually the seal will go underneath or go over. There we go. Let's pop that guy back in. So I'm showing you a couple of ways how clean that looks. There, look how clean that looks. Versus it's a little chunky. I got nicked right there, so that's a prime example of lifting the seal and everything right there. So we got one door done. Looks pretty good. Now let's go and do the next door. Let's do down below, and then we're gonna do the other door. Okay, same kind of concept. We got a little dot here, a little dot there, and we're going to remove the tacking on strip. It's seen right there. And so hopefully it's not too jittery. I'm sorry about that. Gonna lift it right there. Gonna fill that right there. Gonna fill it right there. And you can have two people doing this too. And have one guy tack it on over here. Perfect. Now I'm pulling it taut this way. So it looks pretty good to me. Dots there. Dots. That's a little low. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. So if it's too low, let's try that again. That's the purpose of tacking strips. So I'm going to fill that little corner right there. And right there. Pull a taunt. There and there. Tack it on. There. Tack it. That's a little better. Okay. So now, again, I'm gonna pull it. I'll put it first. So, okay. Make sure that's all taut right there. It's all tacked on this right here. I'm just gonna see right here. I'm gonna walk it in. I'm gonna walk it right there. I'm gonna tack that right there. And it looks like we got a little nugget right there. What did we get? A little chunk of, it's like coffee bean or grounds. There we go. Okay. Use your thumb or fingers or even a squeegee. I like to wait until I get it right. About past the circle or the curve, so I can kind of feel all the things going. Okay, now you can go this way or this way. I'm just going this way just to get in the habit of doing it. And I'm going, oops, so you get a crease like that. Perfect. I'm going to show you the crease. So you kind of lift it up, put it right back down. Now, if that crease doesn't leave, sometimes if you just go like this a little bit, and then put it right back down, see, it disappears. So use your finger. See the little air bubble right there? Perfect. So you can do is you can lift it back up. I usually rock it back and forth. Perfect. So again, any air bubbles, catch them right away. Makes it a lot easier. Again, air bubble right there. Pull it up. Okay. Now I'm just going to remove the whole thing. To me, it's a lot easier instead of fighting it. And I'm just going to go down. Again, a air bubble right there. Use your finger, thumb, whatever. Squeegee. You can kind of feel, if you want, stop. And make sure you get all the air bubbles you want out. Again, if you go to the armwraps.com website, we're always coming up with unique designs, colors. Right now, we're in the mode of color matching Sherwin-Williams paint. We can't get all of them. We can get some of them, or at least half of them, of the colors on there. The light colors are challenging to do. The bright colors are challenging to do. And, well, just kind of let us know what you're looking for. We'll see what we can do. Whites are the most popular ones, but also black is the most popular ones. Okay, you just keep on going. It looks like you have lots of what you call fingers, but it's fine. And I'm showing you, trying to show you everything that I come across. Now right here, I'm just using my thumb, and you can kind of feel, and now you can kind of go right there, and right there. Okay, now the heat gun comes in again, or a hot blow dryer or something like that. I'm actually going to release this corner right there a little bit. There, it's not fighting it. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, oops. I'll pull this out, and I'm going to give it all the way around. Use my thumb. You're going to get right where that plastic edge thing is at. There we go. Again, we can probably pull this up a little bit so we're not cutting into it. Stick my fingernail and cramming it in there. You can take your squeegee. There we go. Shove that in there. Oh, I'm going to get the other side too. Again, I'm going to get my knife. Let's sink that in a little bit more. We try our best to show you the ways of wrapping a subject, and we're always fine-tuning how to make it easier for you guys to wrap. That's the prime reason right now is showing you this technique. Before we used to have strips right down the middle, and we've noticed from the pictures from our customers, and also our customers are telling us, the slits in the middle, or the cutting, what we call tacking on strips, where with the there's things actually showing that there's air bubbles in there, and to me, it was driving me a little nuts seeing that kind of stuff. And I want your wrap to look as diamonds as possible, and that's the reason why I'm doing this. So now you're seeing the vinyl dancing a little bit. It's softening it up. It's activating the glue a little bit more. And I'm just, see how it's kind of softening right there? That's kind of what you're looking for when you're doing this. I take my fingernails, you can take your squeegee and get in the grooves. And when you're doing the heat gun, if it's really hot, just be careful. If you get little air bubbles like right at the edge, sometimes they're a little challenging, just lift the vinyl up a little bit. Like this guy right here. Soften the vinyl. This is a really good vinyl. It's a 3M product. We use mostly 3M vinyls at the shop. We've noticed, so prime example is when you want to remove this, you will probably have zero to none or little glue on the subject, even after like a handful of years. Okay, right now I'm just grabbing where the little groove part is, that's all. Okay. This is where the handles come in. Again, just be very careful you don't slip. There we go. And I do see a little bit of air bubble. So if you have a little air bubble and it's a little struggling, you take your pin or knife, barely poke it. There we go. That's out. There we go. Or you just take like a needle pin, and you can take a needle and pop it that way. It's probably a little best that way. Okay. Now I'm getting that little groove again. Okay, now I'm going to hit this last door, but I'm going to go this way this time. I'm going to open that door. Look for the little dots. Dry install it, making sure it covers, little dots right there and there, covers that, perfect, perfect. Take the strip off. Okay, just tack it on. It's hot, it's live. So that's that. I can feel the edge of here. I can feel the edge of right there. And I'm gonna just put my hand right here. Okay, so it's tacked on over here. I just want to double check the measurements here and right there. Making sure, oh, did I grab the right one? I grabbed a scrap and I can't remember which one I grabbed. I wonder if it's this one. Oh, it is this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this side right here. Sorry about that. Anyways, that's the reason why I should have checked down below. I checked everywhere else. Okay. Okay, make sure it's nice and straight, level. Got it right there. And right there. We got enough for the bottom, one for the top. Now I'm just going to grab the side or the backing. Pull it out, and this time I'm just going to use my squeegee. Show you different ways to do this. Now again, I always around the edges. I always like to use my thumb, just baby it. Yep, once you get there, then it's and always check if there's air bubbles in it when you're traveling all the way that direction. Okay. Let's get this guy out of the way. Okay. Now I got like a little chunk right, or a little something right there. I'm not sure what it is. what I did was pull back a little bit. I wet my finger so it's nice and wet. There it is. I got that little chunk, and I put it right back down. So that's the area I didn't clean, I guess. Okay, now, oops. Let me cut this out of the way. I'm showing a different technique just to open up the door. So it's not, well, I'm going to tuck that in real quick. Also, if you want, you can actually remove all this, right, the stripper or the seal, and then clean it with soap and water, and usually that seal will seal up better after it's nice and clean, because every once in a while, when it gets kind of old, it gets cruded and has oils and other stuff on there, or food. And once you get that thing clean, it just seals up better. Okay. Oh, there it's right there. Okay, I'm going to get around the side. Yeah, around that side. It's not much. There's that. I'm actually going to open the door now. I mean, open the door all the way. Okay. Open that guy up. Put the seal right there. Ooh, it's almost perfect. Oh, wow. That's a good mistake right there. Yeah, no cutsies. Perfect. Okay, now close this puppy up. Let's see, where is that? There it is. Get the knife. Get that knife. Okay. Heat gun now. Soften that little guy up. Push it in. Cut just a little bit of this right here. So we're all done with the wrap. Tell us what you think. Put any comments down below, and also check out rmwrap.com. You can see full colors, different patterns, techniques. Also, lots of other videos. doing this, how to wrap refrigerator, door wraps, mini fridges, and stuff, units like this right there. So if you want to get a hold of us, 208-696-1180, info@remwraps.com. Randy or Devin will help you with any comments, questions, concerns. But other than that, again, stainless steel to a white matte finish. And it looks nice and clean and everything. So, okay, stay tuned. We've got more projects and products coming your way. And come back. See more of me.